snacks.
Snackers, snackettes. It's your boy Gage. This is Loading Snacks Weekly, where we get together once a week and talk about things happening in pop culture. My man Jokes is in. Jokes, what's going on behind you, bruh?
Hey, you see what's going on behind me? It's morphin' time, baby.
What is it? What kind of time is it?
It's morphin' time.
Okay.
That's
You
exactly
ain't
what
gonna
we're saying.
you ain't gonna put your you're not gonna put the hands out. You're not gonna.
Oh, you want me to do the whole thing? I'd have grabbed the morpher, but I got the morpher
I
behind
feel
me, so I
like
was like,
I feel like that's necessary. Sin, you're in your
Yes, sir.
building.
I'm here. I'm good.
My man, my man. Y'all holding up okay? Everything gravy?
I
so
mean,
far so good.
yeah, it's taking now getting closer to birthday, so trying to figure out what to do since everything's kind of the way it is. So, you know,
Nothing. Sit at home,
yeah,
have a burger, pet a cat, something like that. Look, we're gonna talk about things that are happening in pop culture, and today,
Today?
man, there's some things brewing, as pop culture tends to be doing. So let me just give you a quick rundown. We kind of have to discuss uh, what's happening with Marvel and the possibility of them getting Daredevil back. I don't know if y'all saw that. Did y'all see that?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Um, we're gonna talk about your man getting fired from the Flash
Uh,
because
internet never
well,
stays
we'll get to it,
defeated. Can't hide nothing on it.
bruh,
Can't hide nothing on the internet.
bruh. Listen,
yeah.
let's just go ahead and jump right to it because I feel like with all of what's been going on in the world, we should probably have a curveball first. So here's
Hey.
what's popping. Here's what's popping. Saying you've done something like this before. Jokes, I don't know if you've done anything like this before. Here's
Okay.
what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear you, Sin. Your audio is pretending.
Can you hear me now?
That
Check, check.
okay, that's okay. I need you
Okay,
to sit just like that for the next 52 minutes.
okay.
Hey. See how
Let's
precise
see
I
how
am
this
now.
works out,
52
y'all.
minutes.
Let's see how this works out. Here's your task. Think the base Justice League.
Okay.
Okay? Base Justice League. Like main seven.
Mm-hmm.
Take any one character from the base seven Justice League. Remove them from the team. Swap them with any one base character from the 92 X-Men. Now, jokes. Before we I know you was like two, but I need you to be familiar. Are you familiar with the 92 X-Men? Are you?
We're talking about the show, right? Or are we talking 92?
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I mean that
Kind of
for the most part
aligns.
gives you the gist. If
Yes.
you have those characters in mind, we're doing okay. Okay. So, Sin,
Yes,
without moving,
yes.
who's coming off of the Justice League
I already know the
and being
answer.
swapped with the 92 X-Men?
I think you're gonna answer,
I already
Jokes.
know the answer.
You think? Uh, I'm going to swap Green Lantern and Storm.
Hmm.
Ooh.
God,
All
didn't
right.
see that coming,
Now,
did you, Jokes?
Did not. Not at all.
now, hold on just a moment. I need to know whether or not in your head the base JLA is animated universe JLA. Are we swapping Brown GL for Brown Storm? I need to know. Or is Hal Jordan
It was Hal Jordan in my brain.
okay? Hal Jordan going to the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Storm going to the Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this happening?
Uh, Storm going to the Justice League would put another woman on the Justice League, and she
Okay.
is insanely powerful enough to be able to hang with all of them.
Okay. Why is Green Lantern being moved?
Because he's intergalactic, and I just think it would be just kind of different to have that element thrown onto the X-Men.
I dig it. Now, jokes. Your work is cut out for you.
Yeah, because I was actually going to say the one that I thought that he was going to say, but I was incredibly wrong.
So wrong.
So what was it? Good.
But
He was so wrong.
I'm gonna take Soups out. And I want to throw in Wolverine. So
Hold on.
Mhm.
Hold on. Superman,
Mhm.
no longer a member of the Justice League. He is now a member of the X-Men.
Mhm.
Wolverine, no longer an X-Man, now a member of the Justice League.
Mhm.
Okay. Who is getting in between him and Batman?
Hey, that's one of the main reasons why I
He's
wanted
going
to
to kill the dude who's not a superhero.
Hey,
Gonna
hey.
kill him.
He may not, but I don't know. I think amongst them, there needs to be that little bit of the subtle, that chaos element. Like I like that chaos in there, and Wolverine definitely would do that to the Justice League. Now, by all means, 92, he wasn't necessarily the leader, so I wouldn't necessarily put him back in being as the leader of the Justice League. I feel like he would be that parallel to Batman. Batman wants to do things. He wants to save people. He wants to do whatever, but he's a little bit more of the I do things
Hey,
myself.
listen. Hey, listen.
Chat.
Why you
It's
laughing?
the chat. It's the chat.
What's happening? What's wrong, bro?
I think
Hey, let's jump in. It's just like,
I think I
what
caused
the F?
I think I caused one of your moments right now.
He said, how do I walk into that statement?
Hey, that's what we do. That's what we do.
Oh man. Come
But,
on.
It's not. Well, I guess it's because it's Batman. They're walking in the back. Whatever. But I just like the craziness that Wolverine can introduce into a situation, and I don't think the Justice League necessarily has in the core 7 a person that really emphasizes that. Everyone for the most part is kind of just mellow, just straightforward. I think
Yeah.
having someone crazy like a Wolverine could probably change some things. So probably when Soup should have probably killed a couple of these villains, that of course it would go against his code or whatnot ever. Wolverine doesn't have that. He doesn't pull that punch. If someone needs to go, he's gonna take care of them.
Yeah, I mean, he also can't do close to what Soups can do.
Not at all.
But, with Soups, listen to Professor X. This is 92 X-Men. Professor X is calling the shots. And, ooh, Cyclops and Superman?
Hey,
Bro. On the same team?
No. That's my head explodes right there just thinking about that.
I know for you.
That's disgusting.
No.
That's disgusting.
Brandon,
I can't really, I see Marcus said Hawk Girl for Rogue.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
That's interesting.
She can fly. She's a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Absorb power. Can you think about how destructive Rogue would be in the DC universe? Like,
Oh, yeah.
seriously?
she wouldn't have to hold back at all.
I mean, maybe from time to time, but I'm just saying, like, that's a threat. I dig that.
I like that one.
I do too, actually. I actually think that's a solid
Hey,
swap.
Rogue would be the catalyst of beating Darkseid that Batman would just throw out there, and you just take his powers right quick and just
Mhm.
keep beam eye him all you want to.
Hey, if Rogue accidentally kissed Bruce Wayne, what powers do she get? Oh, all right, never mind. Hey, so listen, let's go ahead and jump.
The bunch of trying to get fat. That's what happened.
Does she get money? Do you get paid? Like, what happens? Okay, I just.
His intelligence, I guess. That's
I
about it.
mean,
Bruce Banner said that Western Union.
okay, listen, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. Hey, look, let's get down to it. Let's talk about this, man, because right now, it's looking about like in about 5 or 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
Marvel is going to get the rights back to Daredevil. They will have the rights back to Luke Cage and Iron Fist, which I'm not sure really matters. Um, and that then they will get. Where you go, Jokes? What's wrong with him?
Dog,
And then
I don't know what is going on today.
and
Oh.
then Jessica Jones and Punisher in like February. So the contract that Marvel had with Netflix basically says that Marvel's not allowed to do anything with the characters for 2 years after they cancel the shows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One, do we think Marvel has any intention of putting these folks back into the MCU? Let's start there.
I'm gonna say yes. Maybe not to the forefront, not as a major type thing. Maybe they would be like the Avenger level ish kind of thing would happen, and maybe they're in the streets of New York, they're kind of helping out or doing whatnot ever. But I don't know if we would necessarily go through the retell all their stories over again per se, because I mean we've already had Daredevil movie. I mean we had Daredevil movie. But I mean,
Yeah.
Luke Cage, like I feel like they each had solid enough stories within Netflix that if they decided to use the same actors, whether it was just a type of cameo appearance, like I could see, say for example, say if we knew Agents of Shield was probably gonna stay around, maybe that would have been kind of where they would have shown up at, maybe more of in the Agents of Shield.
Sure.
And then maybe they would have had some of those smaller tie-ins that could have jumped back over to the MCU. But Daredevil, I take that back. Daredevil would probably be the one, if anything, maybe they would try to make another movie. Because, I mean, he would be a good thing to kind of bounce off of Peter Parker, so maybe he would be involved somehow, maybe in the Spider-Man movie, to kind of do something with them. But I
mean, we've talked about the possibility of Matt Murdock showing up in the third Spider-Man film to be his lawyer or something like that because of the way the last film ended.
Mm-hmm.
But I am leaning more towards that being a She-Hulk role
Gotcha.
because she's the lawyer that they're currently planning to do a show with already. You know what I'm saying? But he also did kind of hit on something. So the fact that they're getting the rights back to these characters to use them in movies and TV or whatever, I think Ellis was saying he thinks they're all doing something different. I think you're right. I think it does have to be different actors. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be different actors, but I would think they would go with different actors. What do you think?
You have to tie in to get away from that dark grittiness that it had on Netflix, if that's not like the way that it kind of is going in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Then I think they would switch up the actors, do somebody completely different. But I think that's getting them back is great. Getting them back in house. I don't think we see something with them until later down the line if they're going to do something with them. And I think it'll be between not Jessica Jones, some between the other three. I can see him trying.
I was just getting ready to say that. I was just getting ready to say that. She's the only actor I would keep. I would keep Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones, but Jessica Jones is the one. Even though she had the best show out of the rest of them, well, hold on. I might keep Punisher.
Oh
Yeah, I like
no,
these.
John Bernthal.
he can stay the Punisher. He can stay the Punisher.
I might keep that. That actually might be all he's good for. I'm just saying. But I would keep Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones, but Jessica Jones is probably the only one I wouldn't put in the MCU as a whole. Iron Fist, I think, depending on how Shang-Chi goes, you might have something there. I think, listen, by all means send me your hate mail, gauge.loadingsnacks@gmail.com. I think Mike Holter was a terrible Luke Cage. So unbelievable. I don't believe for a second that dude was from Harlem.
Not even
I don't believe for a second that dude had no street in him.
Bit.
Not a ton. I don't believe that dude ever said "Sweet Christmas." I don't believe
he never
so
dropped an
unbelievable.
N-bomb, nothing. It was
not at all. Listen. Do I feel like he kind of looked the part?
Got the part.
Yes.
Look, yeah.
Yes.
sure, but Terry Crews would have been better. And yeah, I wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have anything against Mike Coulter. It made it very hard for me to watch Luke Cage. Matter of fact, I don't even feel like he was enjoying any of the really, really, really good music that was in that. That was like it just.
He looked fake through the whole thing with everything.
Not even a little bit.
Music was selling.
Not even a little bit. Like in my heart of hearts, I'm like, this dude just heard of Wu-Tang yesterday. Like when they sent him the script, he was like, "Oh, I better look into this." You naming every episode after some guru, like some. Yeah, I need to go look into this. Like and maybe I'm wrong, but that's how it felt, and that didn't work for me. I'm just.
That's 100%. I'm with you 150%.
Iron Fist.
Trash.
The worst show. Might have been the worst casting I've seen Marvel do in the last 10 years, 11 years. That might actually be the worst casting, period. So yeah, I'm not with that. I don't feel like we need a Defenders. I don't feel like we need a show. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see where the importance of the Defenders would come from or could come in. But here's what I'll say. Do you think, even if we don't get anything, stop it.
I can't.
Hey, listen. You gotta get Ellis on the show, man.
Talking trash at gmail.com.
Hey, listen, if you send mail there, it's not gonna make it to me. I don't know. Although Ellis probably just created that for me, y'all. He's probably just going to forward all that too.
Well, two things about the Luke Cage thing we were just talking about. Two people chimed in. Eddie Barksdale says he agrees with us about Cage. Floyd said he didn't think it was bad. As Alfred said, he didn't think it was bad casting, just bad directing.
I mean, or bad editing.
Could be.
You know what I'm saying? Like you listen. Yeah. You cannot. I don't really care, like what genre you're talking about. You cannot
bad fight choreograph.
Overestimate how important editing is to how good of an actor your favorite actor actually is. Say what you want. If you haven't seen them do stage work, if you haven't seen them like on Broadway doing a play, you actually have no idea how good of an actor your favorite actor actually is. Because there are people behind the scenes, like a great director might say, I need another take. They might do that same take 15, 16 times. And the one you see is the one take that was the best one. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just kind of can't weigh that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, 100% on that. Yeah, but that joint wasn't good, though. I didn't enjoy Luke Cage. I wanted to. I tried. I didn't enjoy it. It just didn't work for me.
Same here.
You're right, J. Robert. Luke Cage is a superhero. He got all them powers.
Going there.
This is apparently going to be an ongoing thing, which is cool. Which is cool. Here's what I want to know. Do you guys think that the shows that were, specifically Netflix, are going to end up on Disney Plus? Or, well, I don't think they'll be on Disney Plus. I just think they're too dark for that. Hulu or something like that? Like, do you think they're going to get pulled from Netflix and end up?
I guess it depends all on how they got that agreements and everything set up, if they'll get the full rights to it. But yeah, Hulu would definitely be the place that it would go.
Yep.
Disney Plus, I know they're trying to just keep it in that PG-13 realm with the max of certain things. So unless they're gonna try to go back and super edit, which is just absolutely not gonna happen.
I mean, that would take so much of the you know what I mean, the sting out of the show that I don't feel like that would be a good move. Under that circumstance, do we even care that they're getting these characters back?
I mean, I'm happy they're getting them back. I mean,
Yeah, and the potential of what may or might not. I like them to see get all their properties back. But
Sure.
I'm not clamoring on it or like itchy to see any of them. You know what I mean? Come back to
yeah.
the big screen anytime
Like
soon.
if at some point down the road we get some whatever MCU movie, you know, one of them randomly pops up as some type of cameo, you know what? It probably will be cool to see depending on how they write and tie and do all that kind of stuff in. I don't need them to have their own new standalone movie. They could just be come in, help save the day, you know, help Spider-Man, but hey, thanks a lot, kid. Walk off, call it a day. I'm
Like
good.
walking past the computer store outside, you see like Matt Murdock
I,
Associates playing on the TV, something
I'm
like that.
cool.
Like,
yeah,
I'm cool.
okay,
I'm cool with
yeah,
those Easter eggs showing up in the
yeah,
MCU and just seeing it to acknowledge that you know what, hey, we have them back now.
mm,
yeah. I mean, they have at least Iron Fist and Luke Cage, or as Power Man, have shown up in animated stuff that they've done.
mm.
I really just think it's the live action. I just don't know. I almost don't care. Again, I like to see them get their properties back and have control over them. And them having control over them does it at least makes me optimistic that if they decided to do something with them, that whatever they decided to do would be better than where it was. If if the right people have the control, if it's a Feige, a Favreau,
And Feige we trust.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you said it. Hey, let's switch gears real quick. Um, Hartley Sawyer. Do you know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
I would hope you know who he is, Sam.
Yeah, no, he is.
Well,
Didn't care for him, but
all right. So let's talk about it. Hartley Sawyer was fired from The Flash for some racist and misogynistic tweets that he made back in like 2012. Um,
oh. Oh, today's the day apparently.
yeah, they messing with you completely today. Jokes.
I don't know. I don't know. Today's just been a little bit of a day behind here. So I will give him a second. If not, then me and you will have this conversation.
I know. I'm trying to see if I can get the tweets up. He probably already had them. There we go. Hollywood Reporter. Oh yes, no. I want to skip the ad, please. Thank you.
Well, while we wait for that, so some tweets have surfaced from 2012, and I've taken the liberty of trying to look, and I read a couple of them. Of course,
How many of them were
uh,
there?
there was quite a few of them, and they spanned it between a few years, so
Okay.
they were kind of bad.
Okay.
Um, Definitely not so. Oh, now he's completely out. Oh, so
No,
there he
he's
is.
come back.
Now, so we look weird for a second.
well,
Hey, hey,
my apologies.
There you go. There you
hey!
go. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey, listen, man. When you go out, you gotta know how to come back in. You feel me?
Hey,
Um,
that's what she said.
I don't know what the last thing y'all heard was, but um, I was just saying that I think it's important for companies to take a stand across the board. We can't have racist, sexist, misogynistic. We can't. Um, so I'm okay with that. Um, it was a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I personally feel like it kind of puts us back in the same place we were when Disney did the same thing
With James Gunn.
to James Gunn, and then turn around and hire him back anyway. So I don't think this is anywhere near as big as that. But did you guys see the tweets? Do you know what?
Yeah, I've seen a good couple of
No,
them.
I didn't bother reading the tweets.
Okay.
Yeah, just no, they're
Would you
not.
like would you like to hear one?
Honestly, I would like to hear one.
All right, so here's one. The only thing keeping me from doing mildly racist tweets is the knowledge that Al Sharpton would never stop complaining about me. I mean, okay.
That one, yeah.
I mean, okay. What?
Okay.
I
And what
mean,
year was that?
sure. 2012.
Okay. Tell me as well.
2012. 8 years ago. I mean, look, I don't know how old Hartley Sawyer is. 8 years is a long time. A lot can change. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, people should be allowed to grow, experience, and change their opinions and minds. But if they were going on for years, like you were saying, jokes, like, years of tweets and more than just, one, like just repeated one, then gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, look, again, y'all know I don't watch Flash, but
What is going
come on, jokes.
Oh, what is going on today?
Restream acting up today. We
Yeah.
just, we gotta fight. We gotta fight through
Gotta make
it.
it work.
You know what? He tweeted, "Batman isn't a superhero." You know what? Relax out there, y'all. if I don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I work for DC, they might be upset if I tweeted that. You know what I'm saying?
I was saying Batman have to.
Possible, and just set them up. So
You were saying.
Look, I don't watch the show. I personally, elongated man, not, in the major tier of we need Slim on the show kind of. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, they did make him a series regular, so something had to work.
Like, I like this character. Like, it was a little bit. He was there, obviously, a little more of the comic relief side than anything else, and I think he just.
He's elongated man. What else can he be, bro?
No, like I didn't mind him when he was his normal self as much. I didn't care for the elongated man part, the stretchy part. Like, okay, whatever. Like, move on, please. Go back to being.
Would it have been better if it was Plastic Man?
No, he'd been trash too.
I mean, but at least Plastic Man was a criminal. You know what I mean? Like, he got that shady background. You know what I mean? It might have been a little something there.
Oh yes, Ellis. His name was Elongated Man. Yes, it was.
Oh, that's his name.
Yes, it was. Given to him by the Flash himself.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh man. All right. I mean, look. I know he deleted the account. You know what I'm saying? His Twitter account doesn't exist anymore. He made an apology.
Okay.
The showrunner put out a long, saying, "Look, we can't." That was not an elongated man pun. It was a long message, though. Saying, we can't put up with it. We can't have it. It's not right. And I know that Grant Gustin basically seconded it.
Yes.
Seconded it. Yeah, I think that was right. Seconded
We got it.
So I don't. I have a feeling that this may not be the first thing that we see like this. If people aren't very careful right now, unfortunately. And because nobody's filming right now, things aren't back to normal yet. They got plenty of time to do nothing but go back through your old feeds. People got time to do nothing but go back and look and see what you were saying. What did you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things, man. Hopefully, it won't have too much of an effect, but I don't feel like, I have to imagine that he wasn't that important going into a 7th season that isn't really recording yet.
Mm-hmm.
You're sad, Sin. I can see it.
Not even a little bit. I'm hot.
Are you hot?
Yes.
Okay. You got a scarf on.
I was about to say, take
No, it's just in there.
That's there, but it's like an extra layer.
It's the computers. It's all the computers in the room. Small room. That's all.
The all black shirt with the black hat with the super black beard with the just all that.
He just
got it.
All that heat.
Got it. So let's stay on DC for a minute, because that whole thing about Ruby Rose leaving Batwoman. So they have decided not to recast her character of Kate Kane. Did you see this?
Yep.
Okay. Let's start with, do you think that that's a good idea? Do you think it's going to matter? Do you think it's going to have an effect on the show?
yes and no. Obviously, like Kate Kane, really truly, is the Batwoman. So for me personally, though, it really doesn't bother me. Like I like the fact that they're actually going to do something new. So necessarily, this isn't going to be based around the comic per se or anything like that. It's almost going to be like an original type of thing they're going to do, and I kind of like that because with that being thrown into the mix, this is something that we're going to see that's I don't think we necessarily can predict as much. Like, I know a lot of the Flash, so we knew things like Flashpoint and all these type of things inevitably going to come about. But now that you're throwing in possibly somebody else that's going to play a whole entire new character, it could do something different for Batwoman. Like for me, season one was okay. She grew on me as we got closer to the end of the season. I think maybe going into a season two, maybe she would have come a little bit better into her character, but hey, we'll never know at this point. But starting from fresh, now I don't know exactly how they're going to do it. For all we know, as usual, it's going to be a Barry screw up, and somehow he's going to go back in time, mess something up, come back, and it's going to be a whole nother Batwoman. Who knows? But
Well, so they have announced the character and a basic bio, like a character description for this character. It is a brand new character that they are creating
mm-hmm.
for the show named Ryan Wilder. And the what it says, the description for the character says, I mean, it's not the whole description because I'm not doing all that, but with no one in her life to keep her on track, Ryan spent years as a drug runner, dodging the GCPD and masking her pain with bad habits. A girl who would steal milk for an alley cat could also kill you with her bare hands. Ryan is the most dangerous type of fighter, highly skilled, wildly undisciplined, an out lesbian, athletic, raw, passionate, fallible, and very much not your stereotypical all-American hero. Notice the word super was not in there. Anyway, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she got to prove herself to get the super tag.
I mean, yeah, do something besides, be a criminal and dodge the police.
No, I mean, I like the direction. I do like the direction that they're taking it. I would say. I do like. I think I might have read somewhere they think about killing Kate off or whatever.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they
so
who knows? I mean, any comic at this point, like DC show, is like someone dying absolutely means nothing. So, for all we know, down the road,
it doesn't mean anything in comic books normally anyway.
So, but I like having a new character, a new energy coming into this world, seeing how she affects it and changes it. I'm more so. I'll say I'm more so looking forward to season 2 because of that, just to see how it goes and what comes.
To see what they do with it.
Yeah.
Are you actually more interested in season 2 now because they're doing this?
Yeah, actually.
Honestly,
I
Batwoman's not high on my list of the CW ones, but this actually has me looking forward to the next season. Honestly,
I mean, I could dig that. I wasn't watching it anyway.
We know. That's me and Joke's cup of tea.
I mean, I don't know what it is, man. I'm just not sold on the. I'm just not sold. On the majority of what that verse is, but I get it. Like people dig it. I don't have anything against it. It just, they gotta do something because what they're doing with Flash to me is just as old. It's just kind of rehashed.
It is honestly
over and over again.
Getting to that, and like I love the Flash, but I don't know how many times we're gonna be able to just tell. One is gonna be it's always like I get it. Eobard is his mortal enemy. He's gonna show up many times. I get that, but the fact that every villain is either a speedster or just involving something with time at this point, like I don't know how many more times you can do that. I mean,
isn't Flash's rogues gallery is pretty weak. I don't know what it is. Like I can't.
Yeah, I mean Captain Cold's dead, so you don't even have him. Like Mirror Master, I mean, this is where we're.
They made Captain Cold cool. They at least made him cool, at least in the CW.
Hey, he was cool. He was cool.
No
No
pun
pun
intended.
intended.
I was getting ready to let you have it. I was getting ready to get you, bro. Okay. Yeah. So. All right. So let me ask you. In order to see the Flash continue going and being successful, what do they need to do?
Still need to finish all of these season shows.
What?
So I haven't caught up on everything. So I don't know how this one ended, but I do agree with you, Jokes. I think it's almost time for the Flash to just, what I'm saying, put the mantle down, hang up his show, just like Arrow
I
did.
don't want to say that just yet.
I know, but it honestly, it
hurts.
just
I get it.
give him his due send off. Grant Gustin, he has earned it with the Flash. The character has earned it. Let's give him his great send off. But I just think it's that time, and pass on, the new head of whatever
another CW show come in. I mean, I'm cool with them. As one leaves, something else takes its place. Trying to pick the mantle up. As of now, I guess Barry Allen would be technically the Oliver Queen. He's kind of the leader of the Arrowverse, Flashverse, whatever you want to call it at this point. If he steps aside, I don't know who I would say would take that leadership role at this point. Cause
So let me just ask something, and I'm looking at what J. Robert Deans. I see you. Yeah, like the writing is just kind of in a rut. Seems like it's the same thing over and over again. Yada yada. But Legends just kind of they can do whatever they want. Like they just do whatever they want. Floyd says they should just start over. Isn't that what Flashpoint is? Don't they start over every time? Like that's basically what the problem is. Is there a world where in which we could reasonably see Justice League on TV?
I mean, it's definitely possible.
I mean, it's already forming in the Arrowverse.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I mean,
the only
Superman is there.
True.
There's a Batwoman that's there. There's, you know what I mean? Like, there are pieces.
They'll get their version of it, definitely.
Yeah. The only thing I would like to see.
You think that's happening? You think there'll be a?
Well, they've already dropped hints of like what was it? An Arrow sister. I don't know why her name is skipping me. Whatever. Like kind of naming them the league. They put that little thing in there in the final season of Arrow. She was going. You see, like in the future, she's supposed to want to name them, and then the finale, you saw them put the chairs in the old Justice Hall. Like so, you see that they're forming. They're forming to get there.
Yeah. Right. I mean, the only other thing I would say for Flash, I really thought we were going to see a point where Wally kind of took the mantle for a while. Like, I was hoping for whatever reason, Barry Allen was going to kind of have to be on the. Hey, look, Wally West.
Nah, I'm laughing. No, I'm laughing at what Floyd said. It's going to suck. Floyd was saying on HBO Max, but not on the CW.
Floyd just doesn't like DC shows as is. He already said that. But. But I really would have liked to see him do more with Wally West. Like, I feel like he definitely had a story. Like, when he left and was gone for pretty much a whole season, like, we know what the outcome and how he came back and what he was like at that point, but we didn't necessarily see how he got to that point. That could be a spin-off Flash or whatever. He takes the mantle of being the Flash in the comics, obviously, for
Here's the problem we're running through, Jokes. I feel like with doing that, though, and somebody having the exact same ability, you would run into the same problem that Flash is running into now.
What can he do?
Yeah. Like, they've already done all that with the Flash already. It would be cool, if he wants to end it off and he takes it down and passes on, like, you can be the Flash now. Like, if that's how they ended all, that would be cool. But giving him his own show, put him back on Legends, we could put him over there.
Yeah, but that's like, put him on a part of a team where you don't have to focus on just what his ability is.
Yeah.
For the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
They need like, I swear, the episode of Justice League where Lex Luthor and Flash switch minds might be the best episode ever.
That was fun. Let me unmask myself and let me see who I am. I have no idea.
That joint is classic, bruh. And like, cause look, you never really get to see what the Flash is actually capable of until somebody has that power and is like, I'm gonna put this to work. Like, I'm gonna really do this. You know what I mean? I feel like a Justice League could work, but I think they need to establish a Wonder Woman first. Like, they have to establish a solid Wonder Woman first. And I think that they can't do until at least after this next movie comes out, and see how this movie does, where it leaves us, what it is, and so forth. Like, I think, I don't think that Wonder Woman 84 by any means is going to be bad. I think there's, but let me rephrase that, because that joint could be terrible.
Oh, it could be.
No, it could be, but
there is potential for it to be really good. What I have seen of it so far, I'm already ready to just chuck tomatoes at the screen. I'm not feeling it. You cannot swing from lightning bolts. You can't do it.
That was disturbing to see.
I'm just not. Not Legends is the friends of the Arrowverse. I mean, kind of. Kind of. Yeah. Yeah, I just can't. I can't imagine them being able to really form. You need Wonder Woman, and because without her and Hawk Girl, you don't really have the core 7. I mean,
they had Hawk Girl, but of course they wrote Hawk Girl and Hawkman out.
Right.
You know, I wonder if maybe the reason why they haven't necessarily done Wonder Woman was because remember they were originally going to have the Wonder Woman show. I don't think it was on CW. It was on one of the other networks, but like by the time like episode 1, I don't even know if episode 1 even came out. They just pretty much they scrapped it. So
I remember.
I don't.
They were filming it.
Yeah, because I mean they had pictures showing everything, but I don't know if maybe they just don't think they can portray it the right way on TV. And they just don't want to go back. They don't want to go down that route. I think they could pull off Wonder Woman decently, but
I think it's doable. But I honestly feel like, if you're not really careful about how you do Wonder Woman, it's going to be very, very stale, patriotic, kind of just like it could just be. I don't know. Like it just has a lot of potential to end up being feeling like you're rehashing a lot of what's there anyway. Like. Her power set, she might have too much power too, but she has some things that set her apart. However, I'd be down. Like if they did it, I would give it a shot. Especially if I thought they were doing a Wonder Woman show, even if they were only doing like a single season, so they could lead into a Justice League show, I'd be okay with that.
A Justice League, I think they're gonna do this crossover event.
And just do it that way versus
Yeah, I think that's how they're gonna do it. Instead of making an actual show, it'll be the crossover event that forms the Justice League.
It'll just be another world-shattering event. We got to bring everybody together.
They'll come together to actually give them the name, the Justice League in it and everything. They'll do it.
I just need someone. I need the guy to come out like at the Hall of Justice, and then I need him to go in.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice,
Aquaman is making a sandwich.
Cisco was saying that while he's building something, like just playing around.
What's your stance on the Wonder Twins?
Oh, when I saw the setup for them, I'm like, I'm okay with them. I mean, I don't have nothing against them, but maybe the DC, like the Arrowverse, can do them a little more justice than just the typical. Hey, I'm a bucket of water or whatnot ever. I don't know. I'm not against it. I'm not necessarily gung ho to see it, but I'm interested to see what direction they would actually do with the Wonder Twins on TV. I think they have potential of doing something cool. It's just all a matter of how they do it.
So this is new to me. What's happening with the Wonder Twins?
Sir, you did watch all of Crisis on Infinite Earths, didn't you?
You're right. Thank you for reminding me at the very end. There we go. Okay. Now I'm back up front.
I was about to be like, sir, have you missed that episode?
Nah, you blocked that. That joint was like, Nope, didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
I'm gonna just leave
You
that
just saw Monkey.
behind closed doors.
I'm indifferent to it. They were cheesy back in the day, but CW will pull out cheesy characters. It's a roll of dice. Either it'll be hits or they'll.
If they do a couple teenagers, whatnot ever, I mean, it would fit right in on the type of CW show that you could probably pull out. And then somehow I don't know how they would necessarily be the superheroes per se, but
I think it works.
I'm gonna tell you what. We gotta in the next couple of weeks go back to. I know I told you this. We would probably do this. We gotta go back to figuring out how to fix the Fantastic Four. That's where my mind is right now. We're not gonna try to do it.
Just throw it away. I mean, you
Yeah, but I mean, if you didn't throw it away, like if you kept them,
I feel like we had some great ideas last time we did this.
they might be the worst team.
Might.
Now, they might be the worst team. I mean, there are teams out there I feel like they would body. But I mean, I'm not necessarily talking about in a fight. I just mean as a whole, like they might be the worst team.
Never could. Never could.
Yeah, I never liked them. Never liked them. I was never a fan. Yeah, I think they're pretty fluke. Oh man, hold on now. Gleek will be another experimental primates that yielded Grodd. I mean, sure.
Hey.
Sure.
So it's another Flash fault.
Hey, look, for real, that's one of the things that I will give them, like, for real, of all the characters they could have pulled from, the fact that they did do Gorilla Grodd is like, I was not expecting that. Not even a little bit. Not even a tiny bit. So, all right. Coos and Doze, y'all. Coos and Doze. You get the kudos for that one. I'm not, I mean, it could be cool to see the Milestone crew step in, but let's to see how this Black Lightning thing pans out first. They got to stop giving black characters lightning powers.
I guess that's
unless they're Green Lantern. Like, I don't, I mean, Mr. Terrific. Is Mr. Terrific on there anywhere?
He's not.
Yeah,
he was in Arrow. But, I mean, he kind of hung up. So
yeah,
that's cool. He's fluke too. Okay, well,
he's fluke too.
I mean, he is. He's fluke. Superhero though. Fluke. All right, look, man. Let's get ready to wrap it up. I want to let y'all know what's popping. So tomorrow we're gonna go live around the same time, 8:00. Cutscenes, so we can talk video games. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of Destiny stuff that happened today. We know we got to prep. We got the PlayStation event coming on Thursday. So we will be live streaming that for sure. But tomorrow we're going to do some predictions for what we think we will or won't see. So you guys just wrap your heads around getting tuned in for that tomorrow. Buckle up, because we going Jokes is going to predict something that just won't make sense. It is normal.
PlayStation 6?
Man, I'm sure that's happening. They have already done commercials with a PlayStation 9. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's not hubris, I don't know what is. Yeah, we definitely are going to talk about that tomorrow. So you guys be prepared to, hey, listen. How is Terrific a superhero? He has superpowers. What do you mean? Let's not do this. Let's not do this. He does have superpowers. Batman doesn't have superpowers. That's all there is to it.
All right.
That's
we're
all.
Gonna have to do a Batman panel. Somewhere down in there's gonna be a panel.
Nah, if you just want to have a panel about how awesome Batman is, we can do that. If you want me to have a panel with you all about how and or why he doesn't qualify as a superhero, I'm down. But just know a lot of feelings gonna be hurt. They already hurt.
I was about to say you've already done that, so
yeah.
All right, I'm bringing security. I'm bringing security. You got it, Ellis. I'm gonna leave your man alone, dog. You know what I mean? I hear you.
Get your boy
He
Ellis.
does have less coins. All right. Let us bow out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We greatly appreciate you all. Again, we'll see y'all tomorrow. With that, we're out. Who's trying to get the last word? Bet. Toodles and lose.
What it do, snackers and snackettes? Did you like what you just saw? Would you like to help us grow? Here's what you can do. Shoot over to patreon.com/loading snacks. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform of choice. Appreciate you.